Dr. Jud Brewer, a neuroscientist and addiction psychiatrist, discusses the ineffectiveness of relying on willpower and traditional dieting methods to lose weight and develop healthier eating habits. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the brain's reward system and habit formation in order to change our relationship with food. Dr. Brewer argues that relying on willpower, magic pills, and quick-fix diets is not an effective approach to developing healthier eating habits. He points out that most diets fail because they are based on the premise of using willpower to restrict food intake, which does not have a neuroscientific backing. He highlights the limitations of willpower and the challenges of sustaining long-term weight loss through traditional dieting methods. Dr. Brewer explains that habits are formed through reinforcement learning, where the brain associates certain behaviors with rewards. He discusses the role of the prefrontal cortex in cognitive control and the establishment of reward hierarchies in the brain. He emphasizes the importance of paying attention and being aware of our behaviors in order to change habitual patterns. Dr. Brewer advocates for the practice of mindfulness and non-judgmental awareness as a means to reshape our eating habits. He encourages individuals to pay attention to their cravings and behaviors without judgment, allowing them to gather disenchantment data and learn from their experiences. He emphasizes the importance of acceptance and surrendering to cravings rather than resisting them, as this can lead to a shift in behavior. Dr. Brewer draws parallels between the practice of sharing in addiction recovery programs and the benefits of coming together to share experiences and cravings in the context of changing eating habits. He suggests that sharing experiences with others can help diminish feelings of shame and isolation, providing a sense of community and support in the process of behavior change. Dr. Brewer introduces the concept of gathering disenchantment data, which involves paying attention to the negative consequences of overeating and learning from past experiences. He explains that by gathering data on the unpleasant effects of overeating, individuals can develop a stronger awareness of the impact of their behaviors and make more informed choices in the future. Dr. Brewer discusses the brain's predictive processing and how past experiences shape future behavior. He highlights the role of memory and anticipation in driving habitual patterns, emphasizing the need to disrupt these patterns through awareness and acceptance. He suggests that by simulating the anticipated outcome of a behavior, individuals can gain insight into the potential consequences and make more conscious decisions. Dr. Brewer emphasizes the importance of self-compassion and kindness in the process of behavior change. He encourages individuals to approach their experiences with non-judgment and acceptance, allowing for a more open and compassionate relationship with themselves. He suggests that self-compassion can help individuals navigate the challenges of changing eating habits and reduce feelings of shame and guilt. Dr. Brewer emphasizes the importance of mapping out habit loops, which consist of triggers, behaviors, and rewards. By identifying these elements in real time, individuals can become more aware of their eating habits and the emotional states that lead to certain behaviors. This process helps to remove self-judgment and shame, allowing for self-compassion and a deeper connection with one's own experiences. He also discusses the difference between homeostatic hunger and hedonic hunger, highlighting the importance of distinguishing between true hunger and cravings. By understanding these distinctions, individuals can make more informed choices about their food intake and develop a healthier relationship with eating. Dr. Brewer references a quote by James Joyce, which describes how people often live at a distance from their bodies, treating them as mere carriers for their brains. He emphasizes the need to reconnect with the body and suggests practices such as body scans to help individuals become more attuned to their physical sensations and reactions. In his 21-day program, Dr. Brewer focuses on changing the reward value of eating behaviors. He encourages individuals to pay attention to the pleasure plateau, where they can recognize the point at which they feel satisfied and stop eating. By practicing mindfulness and curiosity during meals, individuals can shift their relationship with food and develop a greater awareness of their body's signals. Dr. Brewer offers practical applications of mindfulness, such as the body scan, which can be incorporated into daily routines. He suggests practicing the body scan in the morning or before bedtime, as well as during short breaks throughout the day. This allows individuals to cultivate a greater sense of awareness and connection with their bodies, even in the midst of busy schedules. Another mindfulness technique Dr. Brewer introduces is the RAIN technique, which stands for Recognize, Accept, Investigate, and Non-Identification. This method helps individuals navigate difficult emotions and cravings by acknowledging them, accepting their presence, investigating their underlying causes, and ultimately letting go of identification with these experiences. Dr. Brewer acknowledges the challenges of time constraints and privilege when it comes to practicing mindful eating. He emphasizes meeting individuals where they are and suggests starting with small steps, such as taking 20 seconds to check in with the body after eating. He also encourages individuals to compare different food choices and find ways to incorporate mindfulness into their daily lives, even in the midst of challenging circumstances. When discussing the difference between mindfulness and meditation, Dr. Brewer explains that meditation is a smaller circle within the larger circle of mindfulness. While meditation involves specific practices to isolate oneself and focus on internal and external experiences, mindfulness encompasses a broader approach to paying attention to one's embodied experience. Dr. Brewer introduces the noting practice, popularized by Burmese monk Mahasi Sayadaw, as a simple meditation technique. This practice involves noting or labeling one's experiences, thoughts, and emotions as they arise, allowing individuals to develop greater awareness and insight into their mental and emotional states. Dr. Jud Brewer outlines the 3 pillars of the Hunger Fix program, which are mindfulness, behavior change, and finding more rewarding behaviors. He explains that mindfulness is the foundation of the program, as it helps individuals develop awareness of their eating habits and the underlying emotions and thoughts that drive them. The behavior change pillar focuses on developing new habits and breaking old ones, while the finding more rewarding behaviors pillar encourages individuals to connect with the impact of healthy behaviors. Dr. Jud Brewer acknowledges the role of trauma in eating disorders, particularly in cases of binge eating disorder. He emphasizes the importance of honoring the past self and developing self-compassion when addressing trauma-related eating behaviors. He also highlights the need to work with the brain to find new coping mechanisms that are more aligned with flourishing. Dr. Jud Brewer introduces the 5-finger breathing technique as a practical tool for developing mindfulness and calming the physiology. He explains that the technique involves tracing the fingers while taking 5 mindful breaths, which can help individuals become more grounded and aware of their internal state. He emphasizes the importance of using this technique before meals or when feeling stressed to heighten the senses and connect with the present moment. Dr. Jud Brewer discusses the limitations of weight loss drugs, particularly in the context of overeating and food addiction. He shares a case study of a patient who experienced initial success with a weight loss drug, but eventually developed tolerance and experienced negative side effects. He emphasizes the importance of developing internal mechanisms for change rather than relying on external interventions. Dr. Jud Brewer discusses the role of technology and apps in changing eating habits, highlighting the potential benefits of using apps to develop mindful awareness of eating behaviors. He acknowledges the gamification of habit change and emphasizes the importance of using technology as a tool for developing evidence-based faith in one's capacity for change. Dr. Jud Brewer shares his perspective on the human capacity for change, emphasizing the importance of taking the first step towards positive change. He encourages individuals to develop evidence-based faith in their own capacity for change by taking small steps and observing the positive impact of those changes in their own lives.